I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Houston Texans and the New England Patriots. With that, let's head on up to Foxborough. Standing by with the call at Gillette Stadium, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, he shifts past him, and he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 to the 24. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. As we get a peek at Brett Hundley, the former UCLA Bruin, he'll be the man under center.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, here's White. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On first down, White. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. On the ground is Michel. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to me...
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And what a way to cap off the opening touchdown drive. You go for 2, and you get it.
Remember when the PAT or the extra point was a gimme, right? Not plus 99%. It's not that way anymore, so more people are willing to take a chance, go for 2, and take the kicker a little bit out of the game.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. On first down, Watson. That one is caught by Hunt. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. You have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
On first down, it's Watson. Ebron with it over the middle. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 26. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it. You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
On second down, McCain. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots' 17. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
This is it. You. Back.
They'll run on first down. McCain, and he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Faking the give. Now Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. This is caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Here's Watson, and that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Eric Ebron. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will shave 1 more off this lead. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. A give to Michel running right. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3-and-out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least 1 more series of downs in order to get some rest.
On 2nd down, Michel. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Hundley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 43.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On 2nd down now, Michel. And just shedding him off there. Sheds another. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And those two have gone to the break with a score 21-7. Tyrell Williams, a touchdown catch in that first half. From there, we'll head to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paul Brown Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Joe Mixon, over 100 yards on the afternoon thus far with a touchdown run as well. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Patrick Mahomes killing it. 3 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. A gain of 3, second down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That to me, that...
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
Let's go for it. Let's go.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Michel. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Following the penalty, Michel. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they did a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground with White.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 3rd down, a run from White, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Able to power through. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down, and that will force a turnover on downs. And now out comes Houston. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick, I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter. The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop. They'll keep it on the ground. McCain, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's got Fuller. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Back now in Foxborough. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's taken it around the 40. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. So here are the Patriots to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
New England on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Michel. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Got his man. That's Harry. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point pretty close to that right upright, but he does get it to go. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
They'll run on first down. Michel, and just a couple yards there down to the 17. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And it's Michel once again. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. On third down, Michel. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Throwing, Hundley, and he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. N'Keal Harry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Deshaun Watson in the offense. Down by 15. A minute 51 on the clock. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Watson on first down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Patriots. The 30. Past the 20. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, here's Watson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the 1st half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the 2nd half.
So for the Pats, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports. scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.